another episode of Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers, where we're always going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly, not so much ugly, about flowers. I'm Fern here with Mimi in the house, Joel on the keyboards. We got Ryan, we got Mike in the house, and our awesome, marvelous, extraordinary, remarkable, impressive, stupendous, supercalifragilistic, espialidocious guest is none other than Erin Bruno with McNamara Florist. Welcome, Erin.
I'm so happy to be here.
This is your official entry into the Fatty Club. You have the hat, you have some merch, but now you're in it.
Yeah. I also have some patches that I sewed onto my coworker's jacket, bomber jacket, because she was like, I love these. And I said, I'll sew them on for you.
There you go.
You hooked her up. I love that. Those were the Christmas patches, right?
Yeah, the mystery patches.
Love that.
Those were good. We almost did those twice.
You got to send us a picture of that so we can put that up. We love those.
Yeah, I will. I'll have her bring it in and put the hat on, and we'll just get a full photo.
But now as a guest, she gets the guest gift. So that's different.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You better not tell everyone there's guest gifts. Everyone's going to be knocking at your door.
Or we just lie to them and let them think it's like a really, really crazy gift. But it's...
You know, then we just send a picture saying hi.
I'll act surprised.
Yeah.
Erin, what is your official title with McNamara Florist?
I am the director of marketing now. And on January 20th, so 6 days ago, I celebrated 9 years at McNamara.
Wow.
Nice.
What was that,
That's
Joel?
awesome. Yeah. What were you trying to do?
I misclick. I'm sorry.
I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah, I was trying to put the applause.
We did that to Cam
Oh, yeah, we did. Okay. My
on
fault.
accident. Remember we played the wrong sound for
Yeah,
Cam?
the wrong sound. Damn it, Joel.
So
Erin.
getting adjusted.
Erin, so before we get into the topic we want to talk about, we need to go all the way back from when you graduated from the Purdue Chicken University. I didn't know they were giving out marketing degrees. I'm just kidding. Stop it.
Well, actually, it starts farther back than Purdue Chicken University, but
All right, so
we can
go.
start there.
So let's go all the way to the back. Take us to your history. How did you get into this beautiful, amazing floral industry?
So I guess you guys probably don't know this, but my dad owns a greenhouse in rural Indiana, Crawfordsville, Indiana. It's about, it's like an hour from Purdue. So that's, why I went up there, but not the only reason. I also boiler up heart and soul into Purdue. But
What's the Purdue mascot? Is it a chicken?
No,
Tell me
man.
it's not a chicken.
No,
No,
Purdue is a really
it's-
great university.
It's Purdue. It's Purdue Pete. It's actually there's some sports podcasts out there that talk about how it's the dumbest mascot there is, because it's just like a guy with a big hammer. For
Yeah,
the
this is him.
railroad.
He's kind of scary.
Yeah.
He's got a hard hat on.
Yeah.
It's a hardworking guy. I like that.
He's a Boilermaker.
It must be from
That's-
the industry that's in the area, right?
Yes, but also Purdue has the most graduates of people who have gone to space and astronauts.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's why I told you it's a very, very prestigious university.
Fern goes to space every
It's
day.
a huge engineering school.
Yes.
I go to space.
It's like agriculture and engineering are like number one and number two.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, second generation. I didn't know that, Erin. Look at that. I'm finding out new things about you all the time.
Yeah, it's actually third generation. My great aunt Marilyn started the greenhouse, and actually, it's kind of weird. The same year that McNamara started, 1954, and then
Destiny.
So then my dad bought it from her. He's probably owned it for 25 years. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I grew up, even when my aunt owned it, working in the greenhouse. Every summer, I try to do like a spring sport. Like I try to do tennis in college or in high school, so I could like not go to the greenhouse after work, but or after school. But it just like never, like they were like, we need you here. So
What does Dad grow? What did he grow? What does he grow?
It's just like a retail greenhouse. So vegetables, annuals, perennials, hanging baskets, all that kind of stuff. So
Easter
and we have, like,
lilies,
concrete
hanging
and
baskets. Does he do poinsettias in Christmas?
we did do them for a while, but honestly now we just get them from the Amish and we'll resell them that way. But there's so much work, so he doesn't do that much anymore with that.
I don't want to jump.
Amish.
I don't want to
Amish.
jump
So, yeah.
ahead. Do you still work with the greenhouse at all, or help out when you can, or
No,
not really?
not really.
Okay, cool. Just curious.
They would love me to, and especially my dad is in his mid-60s, so he's thinking about retirement. So there's lots of pretty much every holiday when I come home, because my aunt also works there. She's like the general manager there. So my aunt and my dad are always teaming up on me. What's the plan for the future? That whole stuff. But
Come work with us now.
yeah. So I grew up in the greenhouse. I would go up and down the aisles and try to memorize every single plant. I don't know why, I just did. I thought it was a fun game. And I loved being able to answer questions for customers who would come in and they would think, oh, she's just a young girl, she's not going to know. And then I would be able to help them out. That was really rewarding to me. So but I always really loved advertising, like the old school Target commercials with the dog. I don't know, if something about those, I was like, I'm going to go to college and I'm going to make commercials. I still have never made a commercial, but
Plenty of time.
So
don't worry.
You make commercials
was-
on the
yeah.
on the Facebook. I see your
Yeah,
commercials.
I was going to say that. I'm gonna
they're
debunk
kind of
that.
different
Yeah.
commercials.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they still take
Is
a
there-
lot.
Those
of
are
your
like
time.
the new age commercials, right?
Is there any siblings or anybody in the family that is gonna come in and take your dad's greenhouse over?
No, I mean, I do have a sibling, but she's in finance. And she
yeah.
doesn't really have any interest in
Yeah,
that. And she
finance
couldn't
and flowers
name a
do not
flower.
mix. Definitely, finance and
Well,
flowers.
she couldn't name a difference. She wouldn't be able to name the difference between a flower and a shrub, so.
And what is the
No
history of
offense, Shanna, sorry if I'm
McNamara?
missing. Yeah, so McNamara was started in 1954 by two brothers, but Bob McNamara was the primary one. He ended up taking it over from his other brother. So he ran it for very, very long time. He actually just passed away. I think it's been 4 years now. But his wife is still alive, Ellie McNamara, the sweetest lady around. But Tommy Ferris is the current owner of McNamara. And he started working with Bob probably 40 years ago. So had been part of the company for a really long time before he took it over in 2006. So it's been under Tommy's direction since 2006, and he's taken it. We have a design center now that we own here, in the heart of Indianapolis, where all of our deliveries can come out of, to go to the south side of Indy, to the north side of Indy. So, and he's like a mastermind of all the different large event designs that we do. He's a AIFD, so he's a great designer as well. But when we just went to market in Atlanta.
I saw that. Nice.
His ability to just know what we need and conceptualize what our stores are going to look like is incredible. So he really is a genius at that.
How many stores are there?
We have 8 retail locations. One of them is our design center, which is 76,000 square feet.
Good
And that's where
Lord.
How
we store all of
many?
our profit.
76.
76,000.
Jeez, our whole warehouse is 15,000.
Yeah, how can I
Yeah, but
get-
we go up.
No, not,
And it's
That's
full.
terrible.
I mean, if you ever saw it, it is full because we have the ability to buy bulk, when we have this much space. So we just got an entire semi-load full of glass for Valentine's Day. And it is a beautiful thing that we can do that because we can get bulk pricing and stuff like that. But we also have an entire department of silk or flowers, trees, and we do leases for Christmas. So all of our corporate leases are stored here too. So
So you lease Christmas trees to corporations? Genius.
And
so
decoration and all that.
Decorate. Do you
Yeah.
guys go in and do the whole decorating and then come out? Wow.
Yeah,
That's
to
great business.
hotels. We do a little bit of residential, but not much. We try to keep it more on the corporate side. So actually, Monday is our very last takedown from the previous year. We still have some Christmas decorations lingering out there.
Some
but
people like
by
the
Monday
Christmas
we'll-
decorations.
People are holding
up.
on. I went with Jesse to have we went to visit a customer in North Carolina, and we went to a restaurant, and the restaurant was called in North Carolina, it's called in Raleigh the Angus Barn, and we walked in and it was like walking into a Christmas wonderland. Like every
Like
inch,
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, every inch was decorated. The entire ceiling of the restaurant was covered in Christmas balls and arrangements, and I was like. Jesse was like, how long do you think it takes them to set this up? And I go, there's no way they're setting this up themselves. There's
No.
somebody doing it for them.
Somebody. There's always somebody.
Yeah, I mean, we usually go into like our hotels and stuff with a crew of 10 to 12 people, and we can get it done in about 4 hours. It's a lot of work though, and there's glitter for days. Like I cannot get rid of the glitter.
I get it. A fun fact: I get in trouble every time there's glitter and you work with flowers and stuff and color enhanced. And there's always some glitter. It's like, where did you go? What strip club were you at? I was like, dude, I was at work.
Yeah, that's the joke around here too. But yeah, so I wanted to tell you though. Okay, so eight retail locations. One of those is our design center, and then we also have a greenhouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is about a 2-hour drive, but it's a huge greenhouse. It's 2 acres, and we do a lot of wholesale out of there. But they are able to grow all of our bloomers for all of our other retail locations. So all of our cyclamen, kalanchoe, begonias, but then all of our bulbs in the spring, and they do our poinsettias and they do mums. So it's kind of it's a lot of work, but it's a great thing that we have. We don't have to buy that stuff in.
You're
We just
vertically
grow it
integrated.
ourselves.
Yeah, awesome.
That's cool.
So do you do the marketing for all 8 locations?
Yes.
She took a deep breath
I need
before she said that.
Yeah, because I need help. I need someone to
Oh,
help me
yeah.
because, I have a great staff up in Fort Wayne, but they're always kind of messaging me like, "Hey, can we promote this? Can we promote this?" And I'm weird and I don't want to like let it go and just say, "Hey, here, have this." But I feel like I need a way to work with them a little bit better because it's a completely different market up there. And so,
How is it
it's still
different?
working.
What do you
Still
mean
working.
different? Different market. What do you mean?
Different clientele, I would say. And also, so our retail locations are, we have a lot of like decor, home decor. At the holidays, we do holiday decorations and stuff like that. But we have like high-end merchandise in our stores at all times. And the one in Fort Wayne, it's a greenhouse, so it's a little dirtier, just not so, it's not so high end.
How did you get in with McNamara? Was that like somebody you knew and you're like, oh, I always want to work there? Or did you trip and fall? Talk to me.
Yeah, I kind of trip and fell in a way. So I went to Purdue and I got my marketing job. I always wanted to go work at an agency. So I'm working at an agency and I'm hating it. I feel like my brain is going to explode because I have like 10 clients and I can't keep all my ideas straight. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to go work somewhere in-house. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, I'm building myself into this well-rounded person. I have agency experience and I have in-house experience. And then, well, you know how that story ends. I stayed here, but I just felt kind of like lost and was like, you know what? I would love to go work for a florist, how everyone says that. But for me, I actually was like, I have experience because of my dad, like I know flowers, I know plants. So just on a whim, I emailed like 4 different florists in Indianapolis and was like, here's my resume, here's the experience I have, here's what I'm looking for. And no one replied except for Tommy. and he said, I'm looking for someone in Fort Wayne, or I'm looking for a marketing person. I was like, well, I'm not moving to Fort Wayne, but so I was like, I'd love to take the position. And so he brought me in for an interview. We talked for like 2 hours, and he pretty much hired me on the spot. So the rest is kind of history. But I was just, talking or going back to like Seed Your Future and Jasmine. I just feel like maybe if I was in high school or college, or someone would have made that connection for me, like, you want to do marketing, but you can do it in this industry, then it wouldn't have like taken me so long to figure it out. But I mean, it all worked out. But I just think that's why it's so important to like inform people of the industry and like how they can connect like their personal experiences with their job.
But you see, unfortunately, everyone considers if you're going into flowers, you are a florist. That is the only job that there is to do in flowers is be a florist. But look at you. So the agency that you were working at, would you like kind of like Mad Men? You were a full agency. A little bit of craziness,
Smoking cigarettes,
and drinking.
It was like a lot of working. So we did a lot of corporate work with like Buffalo Wild Wings, Arby's, McAllister's Deli.
Who
So
keeps
like the
Arby's in
owners
business?
The meats.
The meats. But so you had like a lot of just, no offense, but a lot of just like men, and it was just like hard to connect with. I don't know.
Well, most marketing students, we all dream of that agency job because you think of New York and you think of Madison Avenue and you think of all of that. But once you get into it, the fact is that most of them are, have specialties. So this one is probably like hospitality or whatever, right? Or they're all, I mean, you could have a whole one, but they're usually like specialized in something. And usually it's not that fun because you can't pick. I wish I could do the one for, tourists and travel or something fun, but sometimes you don't have that. And it's so hard to juggle several clients.
So many like corporate guidelines that you have to follow. So you really don't have that much like
creativity.
Leeway. Yeah.
And the creative directors are, that's like the position that everyone wants, and it's almost impossible to get. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's ironic because like designers like to make branding guides, but they hate to use them.
Oh, absolutely. I keep telling Ryan, I'm like, are you sure you don't want me to put all your stuff in a brand guideline? And he's like, why? We're the ones making it. We know what we're doing.
It's always changing. That's the point.
It's Ryan's guideline.
I know. Yeah. I call him Picasso. Like, how do you get that? How do you download that? You can't.
You can't. Ryan will be like, Fern, you can't say that. I'm like, damn it.
I mean, you should know you can't say that. But...
I know I can't say it before I say it, but I'm hoping to slip one through.
Huh? We'll see.
Gotta love it. So, you started this job thinking it was a just experience at first, and what changed your mind?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I got bit by the bug. I just love. It's like fast paced, but like there's a lot of planning still. And I really truly believe that flowers make people happy. And
damn right. Amen.
It's just something that is just so infectious about the industry. And then also like it was like, what year was it? Right after COVID, the very first SAF convention they had after COVID. So I think it must have been 2021 because 2020 was canceled. And Tommy sent me on my own. Yeah, Orlando's. Mm-hmm. Tommy sent me on my own. He was on a vacation, so he couldn't come. He just sent me out into the world by myself. And honestly, that like solidified so much for me. I already loved everything I was doing, but the connections I made on that trip, and also Nicole had nominated me to be on the retail council. Everything just like fell into place for me, and I felt like actually at home. I did try to leave the industry once to go work for Jiffy Lube, and Tommy pretty much was like, "No, you're not leaving." And we came up with. Now I'm the director of marketing. So,
did Jiffy Lube try to poach you, or so? I'm just curious where Jiffy Lube came out of. That's pretty random.
I was actually freelancing a little bit on the side with a marketing agency. It was like a fun thing for me to do at first. And then I started doing a lot for Jiffy Lube. And the owner of Jiffy Lube of Indiana, he owns like 60 Jiffy Lubes in Indiana. And he's a great business owner. I love listening to him talk about the programs he has for his employees and that kind of stuff. So I've actually learned a lot from him as like a business owner. But he was looking to bring someone in-house. So essentially what I'm doing for McNamara, I would be doing for Jiffy Lube.
The fun we could have marketing for Jiffy Lube. The fun we could have with that.
That's
I
what
can
we
only
could
imagine.
have. Erin would probably be given a 70-page guideline of things that she cannot say.
And you can't use lube in that way.
It's
probably.
a corporate company.
For sure, you can't use lube the way you want to.
With that. I think we should just do it for fun. Really.
All right. We're just gonna send you some Jiffy Lube stuff. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Tommy was like, no, you don't want to go work for Jiffy Lube. You want to stay here. So he convinced me to stay. And honestly, like it was the right decision to stay at McNamara. Yeah. Like I can't imagine me, I don't know. I would have been working from home by myself, talking about oil changes. Like it's not the right fit.
I'm curious, how many hats are you currently wearing? Are you wearing all the hats? Or how many are you have a staff? You have team members helping you?
Well, she's wearing a fatty hat right now, guys.
She looks damn good, let me tell you.
How many hats are under this hat? Yeah.
Right.
I'm wearing a lot of hats, but I like all of the hats. So that's the good thing, right?
Yeah, because the whole flower industry side of the marketing, you see it across the board. We saw it at NextGen as the greatest example of like they send their marketing person there. And it's like they have to do everything from social media to websites to photography to video. Like in other industries, that's teams of people. But in the industry, in this industry,
these people
it's anticipated to be one or two people.
And normally they're masochists. Like they like that. You know, it's almost like an adrenaline rush, right? I know, Erin, you probably get it too.
Yes,
like,
I was going to say that.
Yeah, it's completely an adrenaline rush. I love doing it. And then like being on the opposite side, like having a team, like having people specialize in certain things. And it's just now I don't even want to look back at that, you know, like that's just completely different. But I mean, there is an adrenaline rush you get from that.
So
customer service. Oh, go ahead.
No. Ladies first, always.
We have a customer service department of, it's like 5 to 6, depending on the day, who answer our phones. We have all of our phones directed to one place because if everyone was trying to call different stores, it'd get too confusing. But I do have a big hand in like keeping them organized as well. But I do feel like sales and marketing go hand in hand. So it makes sense. Mm-hmm. And just that's a challenge, is like trying to keep everyone on the same page. So I have to keep them on the same page, but I also have to keep everyone at the stores informed on anything that we're doing, whether it's a sale or just like something new that's on the website. So I try to send out a weekly newsletter that's just like, here's what's going on.
Are you helping coach them? Erin, are you helping coach them, the call center?
I try a little bit. It's not really my direct position to do that. But I try to do that a little bit. Maybe someday it'll be kind of more under my wing. I'd love to. I love answering calls when I can. Like sometimes I'll put myself in the bottom of the queue. So if everyone's on the phone, it will ring to me. I think it gives me a unique perspective on like what customers are looking for, asking for. You can kind of hear those through the grapevine, but actually talking to a customer firsthand is like a totally different experience.
Sure.
It is. I learn a lot talking to customers. So
most
I can only imagine.
Don't know what they want.
They don't. They come in there and they want you to be. They want to be sold most of the time.
At convention I think it was last year, I sat in on a seminar that they were talking about the calls that come in, and that there was a no, like don't ask how much you want to spend.
Yeah,
you know, stuff like that. Right. I remember
that is
the call. Every time I've ever called a florist, that's what they've asked me.
I was just about to say, well, how much do you want to spend? It's like, how much was this person worth to you, or something like that.
Yeah, I do. I if I hear that, I'm like, don't say that. Here's some like 5 other things you can say instead. Right. And I just tell them so often to use their context clues. Like this person called you and probably already told you everything you need to know about what you should suggest, like what the occasion is, like use those context clues to make the sale.
Do you want to give?
But I probably can't talk about it, but we actually just had to ban a customer because it was out of control. But they left me a 1.5-minute voicemail with lots of cuss words. So I was like, no, bye-bye.
Can we play that voicemail?
Can we get a copy of that?
Yeah.
It's just the
I'll
whole
send it
1
to
minute
you,
of going
maybe
beep,
don't
beep,
air
beep, beep.
It was so here's a little backstory. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna derail this.
No,
but,
please do.
He wanted something delivered to, which is a bar, and it was going to the bar manager, and the card message said something like, sorry for what I said when I was drinking. So you already have the scene set, right?
Right.
I think every time that I spoke to him on the phone that he had maybe also already been drinking. And he wanted to know when his delivery was going to be there. And I looked up the order and I said, oh, it doesn't look like it's going until the afternoon because the restaurant doesn't even open until 11. And he was like, well, you said it was going to go in the morning. And I said, no, like we said that the restaurant isn't open till 11, so it can't go. He wanted to know when it was going to be there. So I told him he'll be there by 2. He calls it gets delivered at 1:51. He called me at 2:05 and they send it to my voicemail because he was already being like kind of inappropriate and stuff on the phone. So I told the customer service, like, just send them to me. You guys don't need to handle that. And so he got my voicemail because I wasn't in my office. And that was, I'll send it to you guys. I don't know if you should air it, but it's pretty good.
And what was he upset
told me,
about?
or he said that they were going to call, that it wasn't there yet, even though it had already been delivered. But he was going to call the cops on me because I lied to him about when it was going to be there.
Oh, wow.
I think we need to compile all these messages because I feel like that's not the first time somebody said that to us. I'm sure everybody's got a message that.
Fatties, we would love to hear your
best message or worse.
Wacky, wonderful, evil messages. We'd like
if we blank
compile them.
If we blank out the names and we don't say who sent us the call, they're just generic.
Well,
We'd love to
find them
share
online
that.
already.
All you guys have to do is read some of the reviews on these things. And when we see how people review certain things,
Of
it's just
course,
like
it's
craziness. I wonder,
Yeah.
the mentality, like, who do they think is reading this, or who?
These people stop their business to sing happy birthday to somebody. How dare they? We've had that. It's crazy.
He said that it was like kind of threatened. It was like threatening too, because he was like, "I know where you work."
Oh my God!
Yeah, I was like, "Okay, bye-bye, customer."
Oh gosh. Okay.
Wow,
All
that's
right.
crazy.
Who'd have thought the flower business was dangerous?
It is dangerous.
You should have.
People are dangerous.
I got another good one from yesterday. Actually, you're gonna like this one.
Go.
This lady entered the chat. Okay. Do you have any discounts on delivery? I can't believe that I can't pay $16.99 and my aunt is about to die. And I can't believe that you would like charge me that much. And I was like, I'm so sorry. No, we don't have any discounts. We have a rewards program so you can earn points that way, but we don't offer any discounts. And she said, well, I just can't even believe that. I used to work for 1-800-Flowers, and I know that you're making a 300% markup. So if you can't give me a discount, then I'm just going to go elsewhere. And I was like, bye. I said something like, I'm so sorry, like, but we are nothing like 1-800-Flowers. We're a small family-owned business, and I can't offer you a discount. So
Good for you. Good for you. Stand up for yourself. It's crazy out
Those
there.
bullies.
Telephone
and I'm like,
bullies.
also, like we do have a markup, of course, because she was like accusing us of having a markup. I'm like, yeah, we're in business.
Yeah,
Like,
you might have a
you have to have a
300% markup, but it's costing you 500% to operate.
Yeah, they're not thinking about that. It's so unfair how people think sometimes. I mean, and you're a business offering a service. You're not a non-profit. You're allowed to make your profit, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think we should wait for all of those phone calls to come after Valentine's Day, because that's when the good ones come, guys. All the crazies are out at that time. It's like they're amplified.
I think it's cool that she has a rewards program. That's something that I think a lot of people should be doing.
Well, she's a marketing expert.
That's rewards so what is your rewards program? You get so many purchases and then you get something for free in the summer, I think I watched on.
It's based on point, or each point is $1, and if you've spent if you've earned 250 points, so if you spent $250, then you'll get $25 off, and it goes in tiers of 25, 50, 75, 100. So 100 points is that you've spent $1,000. There's customers that have thousands and thousands of points. You can only redeem 100 at a time. So, but there's customers that only earn their points purchasing on our website. There's people that come into our stores and will buy lots of home decor and things, and they'll get their points that way.
Do you ever double the points for like special occasions or something like a promo? You double the points?
Not yet, but so this is our 70th anniversary year of McNamara. So it's on my So it's on my list to do a few like double rewards points days. Especially, I want to try it out over the summer. Over the summer there's sometimes some slower weeks and stuff, and I really kind of want to test it to even see is that a good driver to bring some like more people in. So I'm excited about that. And then there's like also I can set it up in like email and stuff to do online double rewards.
You should see that, because the credit card companies are like the ones that started the rewards epidemic.
And the airlines too, right?
And the cigarettes.
Yeah, the cigarettes. But you should read
Marlboro Man.
I recently got in the mail all the new rates for the different credit cards that are out there. And they have I'll just use one bank, for example. They have City Rewards. They have City Super Rewards. They have like, it goes on and on and on. And it's like a scroll of
so they have travel reward
So
card
many.
or a fuel reward card.
So many, but each time they give more points, they're charging the merchant more.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
But a reward system helps boost a lot of not just the sales, but like people take ownership on those rewards points. So like they get very like, protective, and then you're just building loyalty there as well, because even if it's $1, you really want to keep your dollar, So I think that's a great way, especially with email marketing.
I was going to say for email too, like we send out at it's the end or the beginning. They kind of mesh every month. It sends out a email with their rewards statement. So This is how many points you have. Here's how many points you have until your next reward. I don't know if you guys shop at Kohl's, they do that stuff all the time.
Yes.
And I'm always like, oh, I have
Kohl's
$5.
cash.
Let me go
Kohl's-
spend 200.
Kohl's gets me every time, right? So you go
time.
return at Amazon. You go return something at Amazon and Kohl's, and it's simple.
They give
You
you
don't have to
$5.
box it. You don't do anything. But the receipt that they give you back to show that you returned it to Amazon is a coupon.
It's Kohl's cash.
Kohl's cash. Turn around and buy some Kohl's cash.
Ryan, your mother was
She's a
heartbroken.
Maxinista.
She was heartbroken when Bed Bath & Beyond went out of business, because she had a stack.
The coupons.
Those things were good as cash.
And they only let you use one coupon at a time for each product. So she would wait online as many products as she had because she had a coupon for. But look, that made her loyal to Bed Bath & Beyond. If I wanted to buy a toaster on Amazon, it was a no. We have to get it from Bed Bath & Beyond because I have the 20% coupon. So like she was kind of like
it's a good system.
brainwashed into buying all her stuff from Bed Bath & Beyond because of those coupons. So that stuff works. And those were little tiny coupons. Those things were like
Yeah.
And they
size-
continue to mail them to you like a letter almost. Aaron,
I think they're out of business now.
talk to us. Email marketing, great aspect or avenue for marketing. Tell our listeners what system or what software do you use? How many emails is too much? And what do you think about AI for emails?
AI, right? It's everywhere. So I have to pump the tires of Gravity Free because we are Gravity Free Florist.
Nice.
Pump, pump, pump. So they are the ones that are controlling our email, handling our email. I do have like a big hand in it. Like we go through our marketing plan at the beginning of every month. What emails are we going to send out? Which ones are we going to opt out of? What do we want to include in the emails and stuff like that? So they're a huge help. We started with Gravity Free in 2020, February of 2020. So before COVID was even a thing, we started with Gravity Free and we got in just at the right time. That was great. Before that, I was doing pretty much all of it manually. There's a local company in Indianapolis called Delivera, who is like an email platform, and I really, really enjoyed it because I could customize so much, and I love automation. And so like I could build an email chain that was like, if they clicked on this, then this is the next email that they need to get, or if they didn't open this, then it would automatically send them one in like 3 days with a different headline or subject line. So I love automation stuff like that. So Deliver was a great one, but I'm pretty sure that like MailChimp and like Constant Contact have really upped their game and they can do that kind of stuff too. So I think if you're a florist looking for a new email platform, I really don't think you can go wrong with either of those. If you have a really in-depth look at your customers, then maybe something like Salesforce is going to be a better fit for you. I know, like, I think we said Rosa Prima, they have a great CRM.
But Salesforce is a big, you have to build the data inside the Salesforce, and it takes a long time. And not just that, like it's a big investment. I think Gravity Free is a great option, but
they're hosting, they're handling, you're meeting with them once a month, and they're giving you a month's worth of emails after that. I mean that seems pretty efficient.
Yeah, like Gravity Free is a package. Like they do the whole,
they do everything
website,
right.
It's not just.
But yeah, that's cool. And
I was like hesitant to join with Gravity Free because I enjoy doing the email so much, and I enjoyed doing, a lot of things that I was like, oh, Gravity Free is going to kind of take this away from me. But honestly, what it has done is open me up to do more important things for the brand or for the company. So I don't have to constantly be worrying about, the email that's going out tomorrow. It's already done. It's already scheduled.
And the quality of those other things are better.
Really opened me up.
You focus more time on that.
Because she's able to focus more. That's awesome. Yeah. I actually, there's something new I've noticed on Instagram or Facebook. If they sponsor something to you or send something to you, like I guess my FBI agent's working overtime, and I've been looking because there's a couple of things I want to do to my truck, so I want to change the calipers. So all of a sudden I get a sponsored post showing me colored calipers for my truck. So I click on it and look at it, but I'm not ready because I'll wait till I get rims, and then no need for any of that because I have brand new tires on the truck. But all of a sudden, I didn't purchase. I didn't continue forward. I just got out and went through Instagram, and all of a sudden, I got a message from that vendor.
Yeah.
Saying, "Hey, did you miss something? Are you interested?" I don't know if that was AI set up.
We all signed up for it when we opened our Instagram accounts. That's it. It's all in the clause. Like they can that redirecting and all that.
But I just think it's crazy that I clicked, I showed interest, I didn't purchase. And all of a sudden, I got a message from that vendor seeing what I missed. If I was
the redirecting, it's what she's saying. The redirecting links, and but it is probably AI, probably 100%.
It's definitely automated. It's definitely automated for sure.
Yeah.
The Instagram shop is also changing. So, like right now, they might have already changed it, but you could have products on your shop that they could click through, and it would take them to their website. Well, Instagram's changing it so that all the shop stuff has to be checked out through Instagram. So unfortunately for us, that's not going to work because we need a lot of information. As a florist, like you need like the recipient's phone number and like you can't do a delivery checkout through the shop. You could do, it would just be too hard. So it's kind of unfortunate that they changed that.
What about the TikTok shop? Can you do that?
I haven't messed with the TikTok shop.
But
Maybe
I
should.
have to
don't know.
say, I am a huge fan of your Instagram.
Me too.
I actually was talking to Casey about how you educate the consumer to a level that, I mean, I look at it and I'm like, that's exactly how you had to say it. That when during that cold blizzard that you guys were, everybody
What
was
happens
going
to the
what
rows
happens.
outside? That
I
one
mean,
sticks in my head all the time because that was
you
genius.
could tell that you're from the industry, but that you understand marketing like to another level. Like it was just, I felt like, wow, how is this not? This is what everybody needs to be telling their customers right now, you know. So I think kudos to you. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. And honestly, I have seen a rose affected from the cold, and everyone always talks about it, but I had never actually taken one outside. And I'll tell you what, it was crazy. Like when I came inside, it was like hard as a rock. It was like physically frozen in my hand, which you couldn't see on the camera, but I had never actually experienced that firsthand. You know, we had talked about it and that the roses turn black and blah, 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 blah. But to actually do it as an experiment, that was fun.
A little bit of science with a whole lot of knowledge for your customers. Kudos. Good job.
Yeah, that's why when it gets sub-zero, you really can't move. The industry doesn't move.
No, it pauses.
Yeah, because people can't even go from the store to their car without it freezing.
Yeah, how long were you outside doing that the rose froze for you?
Just that video. I didn't stay out there any longer. So I don't.
Wow.
30 seconds maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 0 though, so it was very cold. It was colder than 32. You know what I mean? If it was 32, I think it.
Could you just reiterate what the video was for people who didn't see it?
Yeah, so I was just expressing to customers what happens if your flowers are exposed to cold temperatures. So I took a rose outside, just filmed a quick video. Hey, this is what happens to flowers when they're exposed to cold temperatures. They're made of water. They have water in them. So
what was the temperature outside when you did that?
It was 0.
0. Yeah.
Yep.
Shit.
So
Sweet
I brought
baby
it back
Jesus.
inside, and immediately the foliage on the rose, that there was just a little bit of foliage, it was starting to droop already. And then within, I would say, a couple of minutes, the coloration on the rose, the exterior leaves or petals were a completely different color than internal, or even like if I pulled them back a little farther, you could see different coloration. And then by the end of the day, the rose was like completely limp and it looked pathetic. So, but we, are in Indiana, so we deal with cold temperatures at Valentine's Day, pretty much like Christmas. I mean, we're trying to deliver poinsettias that like to be above 60 degrees, and it's usually in the 30s.
But in your center store where you're doing all the production, I guess you have like a garage where the trucks are loading inside where it's not too cold, and then they go out heated, right?
Yeah, we have double garage doors, so they'll pull in, they load everything up, and then they go out the other door. And then there we have a heater, so we try to keep it 60 to 65 in there. And then all of our vans have actually a special heater in the back. Because, if you were just driving a van and you just had your heat on in the front, it's not going to keep it warm enough in the back. So they kick those special ones on, and it's a cooler too. So like in the summer, they can kick in the back so that their van stays a current or a good temperature.
This is why it's important to use a professional florist.
Nothing better.
.com in a box.
Yeah, nothing better or sexier than a flower delivery from a professional florist.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
Where'd you get that from?
Tommy learned that. This gentleman, Michael Black, great coach, taught me a thing or two. But I'm sure Tommy had to learn all these things the hard way, right? Unfortunately.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. He always tells stories about one Easter where he had to sleep on the ground because they had so many orders. And, like, I feel like the older florists just have like the best stories. Maybe someday we'll have our own stories. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of have
We all survived COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be a great story to tell, and everything we went through, and the industry thinking that, days were over, people were done, and then the phone starts ringing and secret weddings and all the stuff. I mean, we'll have some stories.
Yeah. At least our industry has good stories of
Yeah.
during COVID.
No. There's good and bad
Yeah,
stories.
there's bad ones
the
too,
people
but-
on the phone. We love those bad stories.
I frequent the florist of Facebook. It's like one of my, I guess I don't troll political things. I don't troll celebrity things. I just love watching people share like a common thing and kind of like whatever. So this week in the florist of Facebook, they had a bunch of people commenting like, what is the different promotions that you're doing for Valentine's Day after X amount of years? I've hit the wall. Like, what can we do that's different, you know? And I kind of sent some of these to Erin because I just couldn't stop laughing. I mean, there's people who are taking a stance, not doing Valentine's, closing the doors, not profitable. There are people who are like,
You can do that?
I'm partnering with a panty company or a scrunchie punk company. Like, there's so many like different things that people are doing out there. But you know, what's something fun that you guys are doing for Valentine's?
I would like to say that we're doing something fun, but honestly, we don't.
You don't have to.
feel like we have to
Right.
do.
Don't you have a
anything,
kissing
right?
booth?
Like,
No, that's a
no, that's Tilly.
That's Tilly.
Oh, that's Tilly.
Jen,
Tilly's.
which I
I
love
saw
that
a kissing
Yeah,
booth. I thought it was a
Jen.
great idea. I think
We-
we're gonna do that for fun.
No,
I'm all in on the
Mike,
kissing.
I
booth.
think
We're
instead of
gonna
the
do that.
kissing booth, we should put the psychiatric booth, like the one that the
exactly.
Lucy from the Peanuts.
No.
That's what we should do.
No, we're gonna turn Pocket's window into the kissing booth. 5
Oh
cents.
Lord!
The COVID
Wait,
booth
but
is
who's
what we'll call
paying?
it.
Pockets or the people?
I just think it'll be
That's
fun for Pockets.
I am making getting buttons made for all of our staff because they wear aprons and so they can just pin a button on. So I made like 8 different designs. Like one of them says, "We're open late in case you procrastinate." So hopefully they can wear that all, and you know, people won't procrastinate. But like one of our big marketing sayings is she'll know the difference.
Mhm.
You know, choose
Yeah.
McNamara.
Damn right.
Make it special, make it McNamara. So I just have all these different like styles of buttons, and they can all wear different ones. And
Is there a
just a
Big
little
Mac?
bit of a little in-store marketing thing.
Do you have a Big Mac?
You know what, Ryan? You're hired.
I know, right? And you see, that's on the
Free-
spot. Like it would
Free
have taken me 20 minutes to
consultation.
think of something
Free
funny.
consultations here.
Just help it
Yeah.
out.
That 100 roses in a vase is a Big Mac.
Yeah,
That's right.
and it comes with a burger though. You gotta have the
I
burger with
just-
it.
I can't believe, you know, people. I feel like if you're a traditional florist, I can't imagine not servicing Valentine's Day. To me, like I'm usually in the front of our retail store here, and we don't get as much at the design center as like our other stores, but we get enough. And I'm out there talking to these people, and you're making a connection. I mean, that's what this business is built on, is
Yes.
connections. And especially if you get the story of, oh, I'm buying this for my wife and I'm buying these for my daughter. And then you can say at the end of that conversation, well, I hope that you come back for Mother's Day.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
I just think you are building a
Yeah.
relationship with these customers that you can't not be there for one of the biggest days that they need something on.
Right.
Well, that's kind of how it used to be, right? Back in the days, you know, there wasn't so many options. There wasn't so many people. There wasn't the internet, right? So
Yeah.
you went and you spoke to your florist and they knew you. Most of them knew you by name. And, oh, I got a florist and he'll take care of us. You know, that's really how the business was done back in the days. Now it's, you know, everything's so impersonal, like Joel.
I was about to say, ask him what would you do if you wanted to give somebody flowers for
He
Valentine's?
would go
What
see
would be your
Nat and
move?
Pinky.
No, well, if you didn't have
you
Jet
didn't
Fresh,
work here, yeah.
I would go to a grocery store. Really, that'd be either there or the
that's
people
the
in the
common
streets.
thought.
The people in the streets.
Erin is
that-
gonna
guy on the
Erin is gonna
street.
beat you when she gets down here. I could see the look in her eye. She's got a bat with your name
So
on it.
I don't know if everybody is the same with that, but I feel like if I spend $14.99 for my Valentine gift, I'm like being way too
You got-
cheap.
Come
you
to the
got
earth.
the $8 chocolates. Then you
I'm
got
being way too
That's
cheap.
up.
No,
I agree.
I
I
almost
agree.
feel
That's
like
$12
You know.
teddy bear.
Yeah, people.
Honestly, that button that I want to make that says she'll know the difference. It's so true. Like
Yeah.
she's gonna know the difference from a like highly stylized vase arrangement and a bouquet that you just picked up.
Somebody said, and
I don't think so. I don't think
I
so.
think so. Listen. You know what it is? It's not so much the flowers that you're giving. It's the idea that somebody was thinking about you. And if you use a florist, you're thinking way in advance. I mean, you could pay the extra, $29 for the rush delivery or whatever. But the idea of somebody thinking about you means more than $14.99.
Yo,
in my opinion.
that
100%.
write that shit down because she just taught you.
I taught you how to get girls. Come on.
She's giving you all the riz right there.
So, Erin, that's a good question. Do you guys have more pre-orders or more people that come in the day of?
Yeah, I was going to say, don't be the person. Okay, so we're open till 7 p.m. on Valentine's Day, and I swear there are people in there at 6:50 buying whatever is left, and I'm like, what are you doing?
They drove there like a maniac. They look all frazzled because they almost killed 3
you're the
people
only
to
one
get there.
still open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have red roses left? No. I'm sorry. But I was just doing an analysis actually yesterday, and Valentine's Day is over the last 5 years, that's 47% of our sales come in on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
So it is just a last minute holiday. That is the one thing that really stinks about it. I mean, you can plan and you can be as organized as possible, but you only have so many hands and so many feet. You can't help 8 customers at once.
I also think it's just the evolution of us as humans, of the whole waiting last minute. We're just getting worse and worse with that. I mean, because we're so used to the instant gratification. So
especially if Valentine's on a Wednesday or Thursday, because you have the weekend coming up and you can make up for it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you screwed up and you forgot Wednesday, well, I know I had a plan. I'm going to take you out on Friday and I'll pick you up some flowers on Friday.
Don't be mad. I had a plan all along.
Your Valentine is not just Valentine. I imagine your Valentine is going to go straight through Sunday.
You need to be like, she doesn't want to go to dinner. She's on Ozempic. She needs flowers. She doesn't want to. You need to put like all these funny things out there. Like you got to keep going because there's so many different things going on. But like when we're combating a bunch of industries, right? Like we're dealing with the chocolates. We're dealing with the restaurants. We're up for it. Travel.
We're fighting travel.
Hotels. Although, Oliver, if you're listening, I still want to go to that hotel. I need to relax.
Wow, chicken, wow.
No, I'm saying to relax.
The Jungle Room on Okeechobee Road?
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Which hotel?
Mike's calling Oliver right now.
It's a good idea.
I would like to poll 100 men that have no idea about the industry. Like I can't ask you guys, but I don't know. Like, how do we figure out how to?
Joel's a great gauge for that.
Early.
Well,
Joel's a great gauge for that.
He's got in the industry.
Yeah, but he's not planning.
He hasn't
on
been in here long enough.
He's not going to take flowers out of there. He's still going to go buy them in the grocery store.
No, I'm not.
He buys here. I've seen him. Erin, this is your first Valentine's as a married woman, no?
Oh, it is.
Oh, so I hope you're gonna get some flowers.
Our thing is after Valentine's Day and Mother's Day, even though I'm just a dog mom, but we just go to Dairy Queen.
Oh, I love that. What's your Dairy? What's the
order?
Yeah, what's the order? You got to give us the order. This is 2 fat guys. Yeah.
I love a hot fudge sundae.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's something just about that warm hot fudge.
I love a blizzard.
A blizzard, but it needs to be a cookies and cream blizzard and add Heath inside.
Ooh.
No, I like the blizzard chocolate with
Heath
all
is
kinds
like
of chocolate crap in it.
Yeah.
Everything chocolate.
chocolate
I'm so simple, but like it has to be like this. It has to be a soft serve chocolate with the chocolate sprinkles, but the sprinkles have to be like coming out of the whole thing. Like there's got to be so many sprinkles that when it melts, all you have is the sprinkle soup.
Do you write like I need you to put as many sprinkles as you can before you get fired?
I stand on top of the counter like this. I'm like, more sprinkles, please.
Have you tried the Parmesan guy? Just don't stop.
They have to turn the thing upside down.
Yes.
Have you tried the ice cream sprinkles and another thing of ice cream?
No. Ooh, Joelle, I'm gonna go to Dairy Queen tonight.
You almost had it. It's Oreos, but with brownies.
Last Mother's Day, I was so exhausted. I was like, let's go get our Dairy Queen. And we were in line in the drive-thru, and I get up there to pay. And all I had was my American Express, and they were like, "Sorry, we don't accept American Express." And I was like,
"You were just talking about
Apple
that."
Pay?
Apple Pay?
I have my phone, and they're like, "No, we don't do Apple Pay either." I was
Apple Pay
literally
either?
like,
"Oh, that place sucks."
"Okay, well then I have to leave, I guess.
And
they're
then they
like,
just
"Okay."
threw that ice cream away, which is the worst thing,
I
right?
know. I was just like, oh my gosh. So we just like we live kind of near Culver, so we just went and got Culver's. But that was like womp, womp.
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
They didn't just give you the ice cream and just say, "Come pay me later."
Who does that?
Yeah.
Starbucks.
I'll be like, I'll be
Starbucks.
right
What
back.
else are they gonna do with it?
Throw it away.
No. Why would they throw it away and waste it?
Mike,
Starbucks
people don't
can't
care.
take your
definitely
payment,
it was
they
somebody
give it to
young
you.
that didn't want to ask, what do I do or how do I do it? There definitely was somebody young who
People don't
didn't want to
care,
ask.
yeah.
Yeah.
So my husband's order is the cotton candy blizzard. Any
Ooh.
of you guys like that kind of stuff?
What is that?
No,
My-
it's awful.
It's awful?
It's gross.
Like
Is that like
fruity,
bubble gum?
Cotton
like
candy.
fruity. It's like what Logan eats.
Ugh.
Logan's like, if I take
5-year-olds.
Logan to Menchie's and he's like, I want the cotton candy ice cream, then put some gummy bears in there. I need strawberries.
Did
I
you
was
like the
"What's
gummy
wrong
bear
with you?"
pizza I brought
He
him from
loved it.
Ecuador?
He ate it. He was so happy.
I found these little mini gummy bear pizzas in Ecuador.
Oh,
And
Oh, it's like
I
the
feel like
think
we've had that.
it's
Or like the gummy
Yeah.
burgers.
Yeah, we've
the
had
little
that,
gummy
yeah.
burgers.
Yeah.
I remember those.
These
He
were
li- he-
pizzas, not burgers.
He likes the gummy Krabby Patties. So
Oh,
this
the
was
Krabby
like,
Patties are good though.
this was like a gummy pizza. He was like, so excited. It's the little things.
I saw a TikTok that Krabby Patties, Mr. Krabs is the only crab because Krabby Patties are made out of crab.
Yeah, I saw that. And that's why
dark.
he never eats a Krabby Patty.
Oh
dark.
boy.
He never eats them because they're made of crabs.
So, Erin, you talked about like being part of the industry, being part of SAF stuff really helped you, those connections and everything. But have you been to a Profit Blast?
I actually haven't.
Oh, I thought
been
you
to a
told me
Profit
you've been
Blast.
to Profit Blast. I'm really wanting.
There's one in Cleveland this summer, which Cleveland's like a 5-hour drive. I think it's Cleveland that it's in.
Can you
That's-
take the
I think that's right.
McNamara chopper over there?
That's I said I sent it to Tommy and I was like, let's send a bus. Like it's close enough, everyone can just go. We might have to get a hotel for one night. I don't know, or just carpool, you know. But yeah, I heard that they're great. I really, and every time I see the different speakers that are going to be there, I'm always like super jealous.
From a florist perspective, or for like retail, I always think, wow, that's a great idea. Like the Profit Blast is really truly geared towards just that, like education on making your business better. So I think that those are cool.
And I like that they do them at like in different cities around. So, oh yeah, there was one in Chicago in November, but November is like an awful time for us to send people with the holidays and everything. So, but I think that it's a great opportunity for business owners to send like younger staff to get them experienced.
Yeah,
in
because
that
they're
stuff, so.
affordable too. That's what
You know, there's this really good event coming up, SAF, NextGen.
I wonder
Are
who's
you going?
to that.
Erin, are you going to be there?
I will be there. McNamara sending 3 people.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. Woo, 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 woo.
Go,
And then
Tommy.
actually after
Squad.
that, not that SAF is, NextGen is like one of my favorite events. But then after that, it's literally like the next day, March 1st, or so a couple days, is Great Lakes
Oh, that's a good
Floral
one too.
Convention. Yeah, so we're sending, I think, 6 people to that one.
Wow.
That one's in like Western Michigan, I think, this year.
It's in Grand Rapids, I believe. And there's like a design competition. So one of our designers at our store entered into the 4 different categories. So really excited for her. And
Nice.
then, I think that one's a little bit, there's a lot of good design stuff at the Great Lakes one. So kind of a different audience that we can send to that.
Right on.
I like it.
But is that the same time as WFSA, right? Or
Well,
It's like a
is
few
it
days
something else?
before,
We've
yeah.
before, yeah.
You might be able to do both.
I think they roll. I think that one ends and WFSA starts the next day. WFSA starting on Sunday this year
Yeah.
because of the golf tournament.
Oh, yeah. The
Tiger-
convention
Tiger
ends. Great Lakes is like the starts on Friday and ends on Sunday.
Yeah, and then WFSA starts Sunday. And
I don't
ends
like
on
them
Wednesday.
using the weekends for the shows. I don't like them stealing the weekends.
I get the reason that they're doing it. You know, florists are, that's a 7-day-a-week business. We're a 7-day-a-week business here,
Right.
you know? So technically using that's a work day. It's
Yeah.
a work day nowadays, but it's it's a little easier to travel and get in on a Saturday than it is to get in on a Monday morning or Sunday night.
Well, I don't mind if they do like the welcoming the day before, because sometimes to me, and as much as I love hanging out with everybody, I'm just like, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Like, so Monday morning.
Wow, I didn't know you felt like that about us, Mimi.
No, but I want to go straight into like the educational stuff.
got his
She's
No
been hanging
foreplay.
out with
Yeah.
Mike too much. No foreplay. Let's fuck.
Oh my God.
Ryan was trying not to say it. I had to say
It's a Mike-ism.
It's a Mike-ism. Well,
A Mike-ism.
I hope all the good of Mike rubs off, and so I get all of that Mike-ism.
Are you guys all going to NextGen?
Some of us, yeah. We got, I think, 5 going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we won't. Unfortunately, we won't have as big of a crew, but it's a really busy time.
But
we gotta get ready.
guys, I'm super excited because we're having our marketing manager from Ecuador coming. So she's
Amelia.
Amelia.
And
They'll have the final 4
I
together.
really,
finally got her visa.
I'm super excited
Fantastic
because
Four, there you go.
I mean, as much as these events like bring in everybody, like we were talking about that, like is it good for everybody in the industry, because we have so many different aspects of it. But I'm super excited for her to speak to some florists, some US based florists. I think that's super exciting.
That's going to be great knowledge,
Yeah.
and especially being at NextGen, in a room amongst her peers, it's just going to give her a different perspective.
I'm
on
very
things.
excited. We're sharing rooms
Oh, but she's going to stay here.
She's staying for
Amelia
WUFSA, yeah.
will be here for WUFSA as
and
well.
Flora DeVille's.
She's super
Florida.
talented. She's going to school for AI marketing.
Yeah, I'm excited. We'll be sure to
But-
introduce you to her. She's
So
gonna
if you
you're
see
gonna
some of those
really
cool
like her.
flyers
Everything,
on
huh?
Jet Fresh Growers, it's that look like doesn't even, it looks real, but it's not real. She's making
Yeah.
all that with the AI.
The design stuff that you can do with like all the AI stuff is crazy now. I know, Ryan, you've messed around with it. It's fun.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like you still kind of need you still need a human touch with it. It's like everything, it's just a tool,
Yeah.
but you still need somebody operating it, doing it, and taking that and applying it in the right ways. We're not there
Yeah,
all the way
absolutely.
to
It's not there where it's self-sufficient and you tell it an idea and it gives you a perfect answer, Even the wording that you put into the prompts, you got to learn how to put that wording in.
Yeah.
properly.
I saw a
Absolutely.
really funny reel about AI and like it's Siri and Alexa talking to her like, oh, I can't stand this new Chat GBT. She's such a bitch, blah blah blah. And then they're like, you think Chat GBT is bad? You don't want to talk about Ask Jeeves. Like, remember Ask Jeeves?
S. Jeeves is the shit.
Yeah, they were like,
I
that
loved
was
Ask
he's
Jeeves.
the mastermind behind
That was Google before. That was it was like a separate
That
Google.
was before Google.
Ask Jeeves. I'm gonna show. I'm actually.
I'm pretty sure. I think the guy who started Ask Jeeves lives or is from Indianapolis.
So
That's funny.
Erin, on your LinkedIn, it says that you're a fan of everything indie, huh? Like it would be fun to.
Yes, yeah.
I love that you just put in a fun fact there, because it's true. Like you're really into it. I love
Yeah.
it.
You go to the Indy 500.
Yeah.
I was
too,
just thinking
right?
Indy 500.
Indy 500.
You know it.
All I think about is Talladega Nights.
Yeah.
Either first
I think
or
there's
last.
like 125 days until race day. I'm
Wow.
not sure.
Damn, she's got a countdown. But that's like a major event. That's like when the Formula One comes here.
I mean, have you been to Daytona?
No.
You
I've been
live
to
close
the
enough.
Homestead. I've been
I'm
to the
sure you
Homestead
went to
Raceway.
spring break in Daytona.
I've been there.
Oh, see, I knew
I've
it.
been
Do I
there.
know my people or do I know my people?
I've been to spring break.
Because
in
you were
Daytona.
also there with him.
Panama City, Daytona.
If I tell you something, you wouldn't even believe. I've never been to a spring break.
What do you mean you've never been?
I never went to
break?
spring break. Like I was always nervous, and my parents were very protective. They'd be like, "Be careful, you're gonna." And so I would always be like, I'm scared to go. So I mean, like I would go places with my friends, but not to like a beach on one of those Florida beaches. Like I was always
Oh, no.
scared.
I'd be like, I'm going to my cousin's house, and then we take off and go.
yeah, I'm
and
imagining
disappear.
that's what
You were on MTV Spring Break.
First, I have come out on real TV a couple times, a couple fights in the Keys on the sandbar
Oh,
for
Lord.
Memorial Weekend and Labor Day weekend.
Fantasy Fest.
You have me walking around with a cup in my hand and punching a guy on the right with my right hand, and then just laughing and keep going.
Fern,
It's pretty bad.
you're made to be a celebrity.
No, don't tell me.
Yes, you are.
No, they're gonna put all this stuff together and find me.
He has the perfect voice. Too.
Oh yes.
Stop that! I get nervous.
Yes.
And blush.
Look.
I was taking pictures today for an article, and the guy's like, "Turn this way, turn that." He goes, "Oh, that's your side." And I go, "Damn it, that's the
which
side
is your
that
side?
Barbie, like this side, like, something like this."
Okay.
And then I was like, "That's the side that Barbie makes me change." I knew it. She's trying to ruin me.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
That's the side she sees.
Yeah. So she's like, it's only for her, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Women.
Joel, you know which side's your good side?
No,
All of them, Joelle.
My-
It's the backside.
the backside. Yeah.
Whoa.
Pardon me.
Don't worry, Erin. We'll still love you. You gotta feel better. Valentine's is coming.
I know
up.
you got to get everybody with the
No, that's why
vitamin
I'm
C.
saying it was a
Yes.
good week to be sick because
It's because it's freezing up there.
after this it's go.
Mimi, when did you start? Like at Jeff Fresh.
Oh, for Mother's Day. This is my first Valentine's, guys.
For Mother's Day, she started, and all of a sudden, she's handing everybody emergency.
Oh yeah,
Emergency.
absolutely. Well, no, I was nervous because I mean I've done floral holidays, just not with you guys, but with the cold, just like Joelle said, the cold and the stress and everything, your body just goes down. Immunity. So yeah, I'm bringing the emergency back this weekend because this is our first weekend of working the full week. So we're gonna have emergency at my desk. Tylenol, Excedrin is available for everybody.
We'll have the IV guy come down.
I love the IV guy.
Well,
He's got stories.
And we were just at market in Atlanta, and there's airplanes, but then also those showrooms are so
Yes.
busy. Everyone is touching everything because like you have to touch things because all the different textures and everything. You just like touching everything, and
That
so I probably caught
How was
something
that
there.
market?
I was
Did
going to
you-
say, I'm
Yeah.
always been interested in just seeing that because it's all about trends too.
Yeah, it is. It's like so overwhelming. So we spent 5 days there.
Wow.
Wow.
But there's 3 buildings. You never even make it into the 3rd building, which it's fashion, so we don't shop in that. We just mostly are in building 1, a little bit in building 2, but and there's I think 21 floors, so it's crazy. But there was so much. Unfortunately, I didn't love that much because there was so much whites and creams in every showroom. And I'm just like over that.
Yeah.
So,
So
but yeah, a lot of cream.
So you're okay. I'm gonna have to ask you this because I want to know what is your second favorite thing you sell besides the flowers in your stores? Is it?
I mean, we do a lot of like seasonal stuff. So, I mean, we were buying for at this market, we buy all of our holiday decor for 2024. So we have 9 collections this upcoming year. So we bought everything for that, but we are also buying all of our fall decor and Halloween decor. So
Ooh.
it's fun to shop for like the holidays, like the Easter
Halloween
things are so
is fun,
cute.
and
The
Easter, yeah. I could
Halloween
see
is
that.
fun. Yeah.
No, and
Yeah.
what's
So
fun is
that part's fun.
What's fun is wait, she bought it now and she's gonna get it in like what, September or something, and then you open and you're like, oh my god, I remember the feeling I felt when I saw this. So it's gonna be like super exciting.
That's
I forgot I
so risky
ordered
though.
this.
Like, what if the trends are completely different by then? What do you got? Like, you just got to deal
You
with it
make
and just
it.
accept
You
it.
make it a trend.
Yeah. I just think home decor trends move slower.
Yeah.
than like fashion trends, so you don't have to worry about it too much, but especially when you're looking at like cutesy Halloween stuff, like there's not really a trend with that kind of stuff.
They have candles at markets,
honestly-
right?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, I would
absolutely.
be like this all day. Just find me in the candle section.
Insert Coke joke there,
Insert
right?
Coke
my
joke
God.
right there. I had it lined up. You stopped
Casey's
it.
not here, so don't do it.
Remember, Mimi wanted to go back
we got
to
some
the
good
70s.
stuff though.
You're awfully quiet this episode. Got stuff on the mind?
He's in Valentine's.
No, I'm listening and getting very, very well entertained. I really like listening to somebody like this who's doing 8 locations. That's a big job, man. It's a lot. And do you handle the resets for each season? Like, are you like making the planogram for every location to kind of like be the same, or every store does it their own way?
So Tommy does all the floor plans. So he'll say, he'll draw out where each collection is, because you want it to like be cohesive, like the reds kind of blend throughout the store, and things like that. So then the last couple of years, we have all the managers get together and do one of the stores in one day. So last year we had like 20 people do one of our biggest stores. And it is like crazy, a huge mess, like there's boxes and bubble wrap and everything is everywhere. But then at the end of the day, it all comes together and it's awesome. So that is super helpful, because then at the end we can all walk through and Tommy can point out like certain things that he likes about how the design came together, or like how we should merchandise things. That way we're all kind of on the same page. And so that's been really helpful for our store managers, especially some of them that some of our stores might not have as strong as a merchandising person as another store. So for them to see it all together really helps.
Do you guys do a different location each time, or is someone the lucky person that their store gets set up and then everyone else is on their own?
Yeah, so our South Side store and then our North Side store are our largest like footprint. And so if you're going to have a lot of people, those are the two easiest to do. So we typically do those, but we'll see how it, like someone might volunteer like, hey, do my store, please. But you just got to cram a lot.
I imagine there'd be some favoritism, with 8 stores. Like one of the stores got to be the store, right?
Right. Yeah. And there's obviously like one of the most popular.
She's trying
stores.
to be
I don't
so
want to.
political.
I'm not saying admit
She's
which
trying
one
to
it
be
is,
so
but,
political and not say this, but I love it.
It has to work out that way.
I have favorites. I do.
Yeah.
Everybody has favorites, especially parents, but they just don't tell their kids. It's okay.
That's not true.
Well, and looking at like our
You
sales,
have a favorite
like,
kid.
She told me today who her favorite was. She's
No, I didn't.
you see?
Joelle.
she didn't tell me who her favorite was. She told me who her least favorite was, I should say.
Joelle.
No, Joelle's my favorite son.
Love it. Erin, so what do you guys do to prepare for Valentine's season? Is there like a big build up? What do you do?
Yeah, it's so much work, but all of our some of our designs have like a bow around the vase. Those are already all tied on. All of our ribbons cut. All of our add-ons like our chocolates and stuff, they're already in bags, so we could just slip the orders in. So now it's just waiting for our greens to arrive, which is probably soon. So then we'll start greening all of our vases, and we have a lot of space, so we're able to fill up carts and carts and carts, which is just a blessing, that we have this 76,000 square feet, because we have.
I'm so jealous.
She keeps throwing it in our face. I'm like,
so
shit.
jealous.
And she's not even saying like big. She's like kind of underplaying it
Like,
too. Yeah.
We have 70,000.
67,000.
Do you have, how big is
So we
Tell
have-
you what the rent would be in Miami. 76,000 square feet, because I'm very aware of the market. I've been shopping for 2 years. 76,000.
While he's doing that math, what kind of chocolates do you guys use? I'm curious.
We sell, it's called DeBran Fine Chocolate. It's actually based out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. So
Nice.
She really
I
is
love that
all
'cause we can
indie.
sell it.
She
It's
is
local.
not playing.
Local
76,000 square feet in Miami, Airport West area, would be a minimum of $127,000 a month plus tax.
Damn.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's just for the building.
Wow.
That's just for the building.
Just for the building.
Plus tax.
Well, you know what, Mike?
you wanna
this is what
buy
you need
it-
to do.
To buy it.
She's got the solution.
Yeah. Okay. So our 76,000
To buy it is
square foot warehouse-
$26,250,000.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
That's what I was going to tell you to do is buy
Welcome
it.
to Miami.
You got to get another damn sound. That damn sound sounds like a laser. It's like, ka-choo.
Miami sucks.
What's your
So
solution?
expensive.
What's your
our
solution?
warehouse? Yeah. So our warehouse was 142,000 square feet. Okay, when we bought the building, it's an old factory on the railroad track. It's like a super long warehouse. Okay, and we cut off of a section, built a parking lot, and sold the other half to a furniture company. So we
So
made
they
our money
bought
back,
it.
right?
They
Not
sold
all of
off
it,
half.
some
They got their initial investment back.
and then they
Yeah.
just
And
pay
build it out
themselves
how they
Invested that
need it.
money into the build out of the
Right.
good spot.
Smart.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And
Smart.
it was like
Brilliant.
an old,
So those those
abandoned
buildings that you're saying that you've been
warehouse.
seeing, that you only want half of it. You got to just buy the whole thing and sell the other half.
I couldn't get a bank
Yep.
loan for the whole
Yep.
thing. It's too much money.
But look, they've been in business for 70
Well,
years.
you gotta tell
They
the bank
know.
what you're gonna do.
Yeah. They've been
Yeah.
in business.
Go and flip it. You gotta get one of those guys,
Yeah.
those flipper guys.
Also, it was an old abandoned warehouse, so maybe you could get like some revitalization loans or something.
Nothing here. Nothing
None
here.
around
Like,
here.
where would be that next
The
area?
Ugliest building in Doral West Airport is overpriced. It's crazy.
The joke is if we went 10 miles, only 10 miles away.
We're out of the area.
I mean, if you guys
Yeah, it would be like half the price.
think about it,
10 miles
Doral
away.
itself is a very young city. So really, I mean, that's the problem. Well, the problem is Miami prices, but whatever.
Well, we're not even in Doral.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're in
we're
Medley.
not. We're airport.
We're at Medley, or is it
Airport
Virginia
West.
Gardens?
We are in Miami, soon to be annexed by your people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
so they
people are
can
taking-
raise.
Oh
they want to
my
raise our
gosh.
taxes.
So you
They
can
just
raise our
wanna raise
taxes.
our taxes.
Listen, you're gonna help me lower my taxes, so bring it.
Do you know that the average house in her neighborhood, the taxes are double what I pay?
Yeah.
It could be a fraction of the size.
Well,
of my
because of the
house
golf
and
course, stupid golf course, which
All right. Most people who are listening have no idea what you guys are
yeah,
talking
so we
about.
can X this.
Miami
but-
Springs. We can get rid of that, but
Back to any final thoughts? Marketing, Valentine's Day coming up. Erin, McNamara.
No, I just want to comment that I really love what you do. I watch your videos all the time, and keep it up, man. Doing great. You're doing great.
Thank you so much. Especially coming from you guys. Like, you guys are the marketing geniuses. So
Well, I'm curious. Do you speak in public often? Because between that, your videos and the conferences, the last few conferences you've been doing,
Do you got any letters?
you're a
She's
natural. Yeah.
AAF, no?
PFCI, AAF.
yeah,
ABCD.
What are your
I'm
letters?
AAF this year.
I don't have any letters.
What is AAF?
You're Paul Ecke.
No.
That
American or Academy of American
Uh-huh.
Floriculture.
Yeah.
Always and forever, Fern.
Always and forever.
We're-
Everybody knows that.
Our goal is to get
I want some letters.
these guys PFCI certified because they're both
My business card
experts.
is boring.
You got
I want,
BK. You got what else we got? What other letters can we think of?
I want some letters.
I want some letters.
So yeah, we're gonna.
I just
Maybe you
watched.
guys should just make up your own letters. JF.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Jet Fresh
Listen,
Friends.
Aaron, you come up with some really great ideas because you'll see on our 100th episode we contribute a lot attribute a lot to
Humana.
attribute a lot to you. So thanks for being a good fatty.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
100th episode is coming out, guys.
Well,
I don't
no,
know.
I
Well,
think this
will
will
be after. This is 101.
This is 101. You're 101.
Oh.
You are the first.
Aaron
the first
Bruno.
Bruno,
Wonderland.
The second 100.
Erin
Yes.
Bruno, 101.
101.
Also, yeah.
This is marketing.
Erin is
101.
taking us into
Marketing
Wonderland.
That's right.
You know, when I switched my name to Erin Bruno, I don't know if you guys agree, but I feel like I sound like a reporter. I'm like, Erin Bruno, reporting live.
I like that.
You got the smile
Aaron
for reporting.
Davidson
so-
just didn't have. Aaron Davidson didn't have the same ring, but Erin Bruno does.
well,
Sounds like you're a superstar.
well, whatever news
don't
you're
talk about
giving,
Bruno.
I'm listening
Yeah.
to it. So keep
When
it
I-
going, Aaron
When
Bruno.
I was younger, no one ever called me Michael. Everyone would call me Michael Black. Like, I never was just Michael. I was always...
Michael Black.
It's got a good ring
Yeah.
to it.
That's weird. I just thought
Three
about
syllables.
He's Michael Scott Black.
It's like that's your nickname. Michael Black is your nickname.
Right.
That. Yeah.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Do you have? Did you always? Did you ever care when you were Mike, Mikey, Michael? Did you care?
Hey,
I don't
little
like
Mikey.
Mikey.
You didn't like Mikey?
No.
Hey, Mikey.
No, I don't like that.
It just works.
Mikey, Mickey, I didn't like those.
Hey, Mikey.
No,
Hey,
I don't like
Mikey.
With the New York accent,
Mikey
it just works,
from the
though.
flower
Yeah.
shop.
It's funny because I just call him Mike, and whenever I hear Celine say Michael, and I'm like, oh, who is that? Like, who's she talking about? Michael. It's just like I'm just used to Mike.
Yeah. I usually get Michael when I'm in trouble for something.
Well,
Fern calls you Michelle.
Huh?
Fern calls you Michelle.
No, I do not.
No.
I feel like I've heard that. No, you don't call him Michelle.
He says Michel.
Oh, okay.
so
Michel Blanche is French.
Like
Blanche.
Black
like
Michel.
instead of
Miguel
Ryan,
Negro
it's
is
Spanish,
in
people say
Spanish.
Brian.
so Aaron, have you
I need to
gotten
say
used to your
Brian.
new name? Have you gotten like, or is it still weird for you?
I feel like I'm used to it, and then I'll like go and fill out a form online, and I'm like, dang it, I have to go back and
Did you already do all the work? Did you already change the name everywhere?
Yeah, it's official. Like I got my passport and my.
It's a lot of work you got to
ID
do.
and
to change
That
the
is a
name.
lot of work. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I just had to go, like, I was like, shoot, I need to make sure like my W-2 comes in the right name. You know, there's always like something else.
Yeah.
Mommy used to practice signing her name.
Aww.
She used to practice Susan Black.
Mrs. Susan Black. That's cute.
Yeah.
You guys are
Lovebirds.
Are we doing questions, Ryan?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do some questions.
The first question is always, in your opinion, what's the best sandwich?
Well, if you have ever visited Indiana, you know that the tenderloin is the Hoosier sandwich. So it's a breaded tenderloin. Have you guys ever had one?
No. Can we FedEx some down? Is there a place?
Sure.
Like chicken tenderloin?
Oh, yeah.
Chicken or
Fern,
steak?
I want you to order some and FedEx it in here so we
All right.
can.
Yes, but it's pork.
Oh.
It's pork
But-
tenderloin.
Pork
You know, like
tenderloin.
Yeah. So like a country fried steak kind of like, but it's
Yeah.
Oh,
not.
my mouth
but
is
it's on a
watering.
bun with
We're going to
pickles,
order some.
lettuce. Yeah.
And what's this called again?
Hoosier
It's called a pork
sandwich.
tenderloin sandwich.
Not the Hoosier? Is that what you call it?
No, the Hoosiers are the ones.
Oh, I just said it. It's like, yeah, it's like what Indiana is known for is the pork tenderloin. But
cool.
Iowa also tries to claim that they
Damn
are the home
Iowa.
of it, but I don't know.
No.
We all know.
We know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're looking at a picture. Oh,
No,
I'm
no.
looking at places. So
Fern's
there's-
ordering it.
Have you heard of Nick's Kitchen?
yeah. I think Steer In is the best one to get one.
We got to FedEx a box.
They're
in.
all over.
I'll FedEx it. Don't worry. We're going to get a pork tenderloin sandwich. I'm all in.
All right,
Hoosier. That's one of my favorite movies. I like the movie Hoosiers.
Hoosiers.
Yeah.
Who's your daddy? What's your favorite flower?
Gosh, I should have prepared for these. I knew I was going to be on this too.
At the moment. Just at the moment.
Red
I love a
tulips.
sunflower.
Red tulip.
Red tulips.
What do you think is the most underrated flower?
Tulips.
Red tulips.
What about the most overrated flower?
Peonies.
Have you ever
got
asked
that.
someone for their autograph?
Yes. So when I was in my marketing agency days, I got like the radio stations would ask me to all these different events and things like that. So I got like an exclusive concert from, I don't even remember her name now, but she was a country artist, and it was like so cool to be like right there in the room with her.
Nice.
But that shows how excited I was. So I don't
Shania
remember her
Twain.
name.
Shania Twain.
No, it wasn't that big of a name.
What is the scariest animal?
I think anything that buzzes or like flies around, I just don't like that sound. So I start to like freak out, like it's a wasp or.
Yeah, I get that. What's your go-to way to relax?
I am
Dairy
a grandma
Queen.
and I love doing jigsaw puzzles.
Ooh.
Jigsaw puzzles.
Have you seen the
Oh.
clear jigsaw puzzles?
I actually have a puzzle subscription. So like they send it to you, you do it, and you send it back. I shouldn't even be admitting this, but I have a puzzle subscription.
Oh, I need to
There's
know the
nothing wrong
name.
with
I need
that.
to know the name of
So
that.
What's
I
the
thought
most
you were going to
pieces?
say rock.
So
rock
now we know
climbing.
where to send all these puzzles that mommy has because we are downsizing, and my wife has, I don't know, 20 or 30 puzzles.
Mail them to me.
We're sending them out
Yes,
to you.
mail 'em
But
to
you
me.
can't send them back.
What's the biggest puzzle you've done? How many pieces?
3,000, but it's
That's a
my
lot.
goal to,
That's a
like,
lot.
do-
So how organized
Yeah,
are you
I-
with doing the
typical.
puzzles? Do you separate the pieces? You put the straight edges in one little spot, or you just one by one?
No, I'm good at it. Like I just see the color, I see the shape, and I can pick up a piece and just know where it goes.
It's like
so
you
I don't
wouldn't
have
know.
to
I'm a
organize.
pro.
Mommy
So
mommy
are-
goes through every piece and separates them in
Are you-
little buckets.
Are you trying to do it for speed, or you just do? Is it a pleasure thing?
It's relaxing.
Both.
Both.
I would like to do a competition someday, I think.
Cool. Do they have those?
Yeah.
Yes,
Sick.
absolutely.
You know what I saw
That'd be
recently is people you get put together with strangers to do the competition. So really, it's like you have to be a good
Great.
puzzler.
punch
Madison.
somebody in the face.
You know, remember in Fresh Fest, we had all the fake logos?
Yeah.
We took all those logos and we turned it into a puzzle. And during Christmas, we were going to order them. And we ordered them from the website. And then they responded and said, no, there's too many copyrights.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't print the puzzle out.
Bastards.
We're gonna.
You didn't order in China.
I tried to
that's
buy
why.
There's too many copyrights.
Not
I
in
tried to
China.
buy
Not in
an
China.
Advent.
China.
I tried to buy an Advent puzzle for Christmas, and I bought it off of a dumb website, and it came, and it wasn't even an Advent puzzle. None of their emails work. Like, I can't return it. I was just like,
Oh.
okay, cool.
Came from
A
one
bunch of
those-
hustlers.
Yeah.
That came from China.
Yeah.
What kind of flowers do you want at your funeral?
I loved the flowers I had at my wedding. So, free spirit roses, my fave. Just like bright.
That's
Bright
Amanda's favorite
colors.
too. Free Spirit.
Yeah, I love
That's my
those.
favorite.
Are we allowed to say Sheila's retiring?
Yes, I think the news will be out by then. Yeah.
Boo.
Sheila has to- yeah, she's moving on.
So when we bought our farm, the first
no.
thing I said we have to put in is Free Spirit roses. Not because we're going to make money with it, it was just because I like it.
It's
They
gorgeous.
open so nicely.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a good rose.
Oh, yeah.
Always gives you a good show.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick a TV or movie character to have lunch with.
Michael Scott.
He's right here.
Michael Scott Black.
Scott Black.
Your regional branch
You're on.
manager.
Honestly, anyone from that show, or just like drop me into the conference room for the day.
That got me out of a speeding ticket
Yep.
last year.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We've all heard that story. Pick a superpower. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Gosh, that's hard. I think just like knowing how to help someone when they're not telling you, like how to not
How to
I,
read
like read their
someone?
mind, I guess,
Yeah.
but not in a creepy way, right? Like
Right.
I just feel like I always want to be helpful, and I feel like I could be more helpful if I
That's
could just
amazing.
know.
I
That's
like
a
that
great
answer.
answer. That's a
Yeah.
great answer.
Good answer.
So we're adding in a question from our 100th episode now. So the new question to this questions is, if you were after a night of drinking, what would be your go-to drunk food?
So in college, I was always pretty good about just going home and going to bed. Like I was never like, I would never eat after a drink. I have no idea how this happened, but that's, but now I love getting Jimmy John's.
Oh.
Getting what?
Jimmy John's.
Freaky Fest.
What's your
Jimmy
order at
John's.
Jimmy John's?
Is that a sandwich?
Number 10, the bootlegger.
The bootlegger,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a good one.
What's the
Yeah.
bootlegger? What's it got inside?
Turkey and roast beef, right?
Love it.
Roast beef, yep.
I think that's what I
And
ordered.
Throw in some
That-
bacon and you're good to go.
That's my favorite sandwich. Is
I like
roast
to
beef
get
and
the
turkey,
chip.
but I like it on rye toast.
I like to put the potato chips like on the sandwich, so
Yes.
it's like extra crunchy,
Yes.
and then the roof of your mouth hurts for like 3 days
Yes.
after.
Yes.
So like here, like when we were younger,
It's rite of passage.
when we were younger, you know, like the summer, you spend the summer in the pool, and as a kid, you know, you'd eat whatever they throw at you as fast as possible so you can run right back in the pool. So everything was, you know, here's a sandwich, here's some chips, take the chips, throw them in the sandwich, eat it as fast as possible, cut your mouth open, and then just back to the pool.
Guys, my favorite are walking tacos. I love walking tacos.
the hell's a walking
You
taco?
just take a chip bag, any chip that you want, and you open it and you put the taco meat inside and all the fixings and you eat straight from the bag. That is my jam. No cleaning plates, nothing. You're just enjoying it.
I've never heard of that.
I'm gonna make one a health with the protein ones. I'm gonna make it for you.
Wow.
If it's not Taco Bell for me, it's Colombian fast food, you know, like hot dog
A
sandwiches,
pepito.
No.
stuff like that.
For me, it's whatever's in the fridge. Cold pizza,
Cold chicken.
cold fried chicken. Yeah, that's because I need it
perfect.
right
Everything
now.
eats
I
is
don't
cold.
have time.
It's frozen baked goods.
It's perfect.
And then we need
It's
to
perfect
ask
cold.
the Erin Bruno question.
Yes. Okay. The question, which was inspired by you, who would you suggest for a future guest on the show?
I love when you guys talk to like the breeders or like that whole side. I think that is so interesting. So I think anyone in that, I wouldn't be able to give you a name, but anyone like that. And then also, and maybe you guys have done it and I missed it, but I feel like the whole Kenya roses thing is really
Yes.
interesting.
Sure.
So that's it. And then actually, when we were having this conversation, and we were talking about Great Lakes, have you ever talked to Holly Haverman? She owns Kennedy Flowers in Grand
She was
Rapids,
on.
and I believe
She wasn't on technically. She sat in the room when we recorded Nicole's episode.
Yeah.
So
Holly
she was in the room,
yeah,
but
yeah,
she
She
yeah.
really
wanna
didn't talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
she hung
So
out with
if
us.
you want to do
Okay.
Kenya, we could have Ahmed on
From
because him and his
Tembusi?
United
mom.
Selections?
No, they own United Selections, and which is a breeder.
Yeah.
And his mom was the first female
Ooh.
farm owner, rose farm owner in Kenya.
Let's
There you
go.
go.
Let's
she,
go.
She was a politician. She
That sounds
is
good.
or was the ambassador to the United Kingdom from Kenya. She has a hell of a story, but Ahmed is a great
Great guy.
guy, has a great story. He's a younger guy, and he's involved and they bought a breeder that was bankrupt.
Sick.
It used to
Wow,
be
that sounds really
Priestman.
interesting.
It used to be Priestman, and they changed it to United Selections. And now Yella, you met Yella a bunch of
Yep.
times. Yella runs the company, and so I think Ahmed would be
That's a
great
good one, yeah.
invite, and that's exactly what Erin's talking about. So not only is it a Kenyan
Yeah,
grower, so in Kenya they don't have small farms. Their farms are like have 800 employees, 1,000, 2,000, monstrous
That's crazy.
farms. Yeah. And they have, they have drought, they have political problems, they have, they're always faced with some kind of problem. So it would be a really interesting. I really like that suggestion.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Was there anything we missed out on before we put a bow on it?
No, but I do want to finish my thought on Holly is that she's, I think, on part of the planning committee for Great Lakes.
Yes.
So even if she doesn't want to talk, maybe you could get someone that's on, maybe she could just suggest someone. That way you can get a little information out about Great Lakes too.
That'd be
We'll
good.
do. We'll definitely do that. Thank you. Erin, before we go, before we cut off, before we say goodbye, do you have any advice for someone who's thinking about marketing and thinking about maybe the floral industry and whatnot? I mean, do you have any idea or just a suggestion on a tip for them if they wanted to follow in your footsteps?
Yeah. So I always every year I make a word for myself instead of a resolution. So my word this year is brave. But honestly, I feel like I had to be brave when I started to it is intimidating to put yourself on the camera. For me to go do that video of the rose out in the cold, to do that every day, it is a little intimidating, but honestly, it's people recognize me, our customers recognize me. So to just go ahead and do it, just do it, because not to steal that tagline from someone else, but just to be brave, put yourself out there and go for it, because the results are great. It's something that I am so happy that I did, is just put myself out there.
Awesome.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it. All right, we're good. No more questions?
Well, how do we get in contact with you?
Yeah, Erin, how do we get in contact?
And tell
What if
everybody that
somebody
amazing
somebody wants to be
Instagram
brave?
account that everybody needs to be following.
Yeah. So on all social, you can find us on McNamara Florist. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the things. I guess it's not Twitter anymore, but whatever.
By the way,
And-
I do not like the new Twitter format. I think it sucks. Sorry.
Do you say
No,
X
I mean-
like exhibit in your head?
No, it's still Twitter. X. It's still Twitter. It's Twitter.
You can always DM me on any of those platforms. I'm the
Careful
one
now.
that sees it, but you can
Careful
email
with
me.
that smile.
too.
You're gonna get some slides in those DM, girl.
What's your email? What's your
It's
email?
not video yet.
My email is still Erin.Davidson@McNamara Florist. I need to get it changed.
Oh, you didn't change it. You're in trouble.
Yeah. Or reach out to Jet Fresh and they can share my information with you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being a guest on and sharing some knowledge prior to the holiday. Ryan, Mimi, Joelle, Mike, myself. It has been another great episode of Two Fat Guys Talking Flowers, where we're always going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly about flowers. I'm Fern. Have a great day.